Hello, I'm the Manji Dragonfly. This is Icey. This is the first time I've ever played this game. Don't worry about it. It's totally the first time. Here's Icey. I'm trying to keep my eye out on something. Trying to see what's under that SUV. Heard some interesting things about Icey. That's on the background of Icey. I don't know, I have to get used to playing the game. Oof, yeah, look at that. That looks like a kid. I can't tell if that's actually a kid or if that's like a doll or what, but that's totally some kid or something under that Jeep. Oof. That's a little dark. Nope. That was bad. That was a little bad. Not my best showing. If I'll play a game. Here's some centaur. Here's some centaur boy. Nope. That's a nice dash off. And he's dead. Not too hard. Not too hard if you know how to approach it. Here's a bridge. It's a perfectly normal, fine bridge. Oh no, I broke it. I didn't do it quite right. Oh well. Here's some platforming. You can just dash over it though because your dash recharges fast. There's a lot of destroyed cars in what looks to be just a regular old forest. Or woods, as it were. Whatever you prefer. There we go. Nice dodge. Stay aggressive, and that's definitely one way to, Nope, did not time that right. Oh, there we go. Yep. Good. Oh! Nope. Bad timing of the dodge. No, there's an aerial recovery, but I don't know how to get it off consistently. And we beat the boss. And earn a trophy, Trinity's Chains. Yes, I'm playing this on the Switch, but for some reason the Switch has achievements. How long do you think I can get by with more soft-spoken style and pretending that I don't know what's going on? Okay, enough screwing around. So, yeah, I'm doing this to kind of show off a few things. First of all, I guess I'll explain a bit more once we get out of this. Aye, trademark at your service. We have to run from the bin like it's some weird secondhand. I forget what it was I read that, like, I forget what it was that was, like, describes how, like, playing Icey is like, or like this, the way they kind of present Icey. Some weird secondhand thing. Are you an idiot? Wait, what? No? Clearly. Hey, what's this? No, I never take off the mask. And I'm a glutton for punishment, apparently, so we'll play on hard. So yeah, if you can't tell already, I'm playing on a alt account. Oh, I just remembered something I wanted to do, whatever.
In the middle of a dark, quiet room,
Whatever, we're just gonna skip
filled
this.
only by the sounds of humming machines,
I wanted to also set this to like
floats,
Chinese or
suspended.
Japanese voiceover to see if like
Icey has no memories.
This
no
like
past.
makes him a bit more
intimidating
because in all honesty, I've been starting to realize one kind of criticism.
Her existence
of,
only serves one purpose.
Icey is the narrator.
Icey
the English voiceover is not always the best.
She understands that as long as she follows the arrow, she will discover where Judas is hiding.
I've been trying to stay understanding and like trying to appreciate what is there and not compare too much to the Stanley Parable. But in all honesty, like especially with like the previous episode, it is starting to become a bit more apparent that like yeah, like this guy does his best, I can tell, but the voice direction isn't always 100% on point. So like those like noises he was making in the last episode is a good example of, I think, how not always on point the voice direction can be. So the purpose of this, I was originally just going to make this like a small thing, but I decided to also take this opportunity to show off like a playthrough of Icey where I just kind of do everything that the narrator
Icey
tells
reaches
me
a
to
quiet
do.
hill, illuminated by light dancing off of the lake below. She is at peace.
So the two main reasons I'm doing this is because I already mentioned, well, I already really mentioned them in the previous episode. Like, one of the reasons is because I want to show off like the first box, the like box that gives you like the mandatory power up, because it's rather interesting. Thank you, beefy arm boy. I don't know. Oh, that's a good use of the heavy combo. So, like, I've been using, like, the aerial recovery for, like, a while in Icey now, but in all honesty, I don't even know how you're really supposed to get it off. I'm starting to realize that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, like, jump or, like, hitting some other button, because, like, there have been a few times where I hit, like, all the buttons, and for some reason I don't get the aerial recovery. I think I got off topic again. So, I want to show off that box, and I also want to show off, like, some of the bosses at a slightly more skill level appropriate Icey, where I don't have, like, where I don't have, like, pretty much all of my skills, like, and some of them at 2 or even 3. Like, the Thor fight's a big one. I also want to show off, like, how kind of a waste of time the whole, like, you should activate the bridges, because it totally does not change anything that's significant.
A disgusting swamp rests, unmoving, in front of Icey.
I might as well also use it to show off, like, the clock tower as well, with a, you know, an Icey that's more at the beginning of the game, more, well, not as already beefed up from, like, spending a lot of time going and getting a bunch of cash boxes while screwing around. That's the thing I already mentioned previously. Brule Blade, yeah, it doesn't really matter. This is just gonna be, like, rushing to get as many of the skills as soon as I can, but...
Wait, where's the bridge? Right. Just keep following the arrow. Icey jumps down. It seems like this is an old sewer.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm doing this, but, like, this is also sort of a weird way for me to, doing, like, this whole thing where I'm, like, actually doing everything the narrator says, like, actually following the story is also a weird way. To me, it feels like a weird way to kind of make up for the fact that I've been reflecting on, like, the Icey playthrough, and there's kind of a big problem where, like, I've been kind of not taking this game super seriously, and it's kind of my way, but there is honestly an argument to be made that it is something of a disservice
This place
to the
is
game.
littered with wreckage.
I feel.
Icey feels that this place wasn't always a sewer. And who is to blame? Judas.
Still hate these stupid fly guys. Yeah, I've been reflecting on Icey more and more, and like
Icey jumps down into a giant cavern.
I'll get this cash box.
Icey discovers a hidden room. Icey opened the treasure chest,
but then I'll just
turned
keep
back
going
to
back.
follow the arrow once more.
It's not like I need to pass up on every cash box. I lost my train of thought again, because that's what I do, because... Ugh. I just had to focus on that leg guy and just completely waste him.
Icey follows the arrow through and passes through the gate.
So, like, so far I've been kind of treating... I don't want to say I've been treating Icey as the joke, but I have been kind of like...
Icey senses that the key to her escape
not really taking it as seriously as it might deserve at points. Because that's kind of my way. I kind of do just not take everything seriously, especially like when it comes to stuff like video games. But honestly, Icey is a really interesting game, and the meta narrative is a big part of what makes it interesting. I know I kind of have a bad tendency to just kind of constantly make comparisons to the Stanley Parable, because like I said, that's like the only other game I know that's done anything even remotely like what Icey does. And in a way, I still kind of feel like it does it a little bit better at points, but Icey also has some really strong moments. And I feel like I don't really give Icey enough credit on that front. And like I think I mentioned before, but in a weird way, one of the nice aspects about Icey is that it is a meta-narrative game, but with a slightly stronger emphasis on gameplay. I say slightly stronger because there are honestly
discovers a special treasure chest.
There are honestly criticisms to be made of it. So anyway, here's the first chest. Here's the first flash.
A strange mark flashes across her eyes. Icey's dash ability has grown stronger. She can probably even escape from this damned underground labyrinth. Icey decides to immediately return to...
So this is the big reason I wanted to show off the first box, because this happens. I just realized it is totally, that date. It's only 2:09 a.m. That's not just random time. It actually takes from the internal clock. Oh, shoot. But yeah, here's this nice little map of the sewer. Because they totally could do that. So let's leave. I don't know why.
Although it's a sewer,
I just could not remember if there really was anything else up there or not.
Clean. It weren't a sewer.
So like I said, as much as I do like the gameplay, there are honestly
What
some
could
criticisms
cleanse
to be
this
made of
place?
it. Like, one of the big ones is that, like, I already kind of mentioned it, but I don't know, I feel like I don't really understand what the aerial recovery is, like, tied to. I feel like it's not 100% consistent. Sure, that leaves that guy actually did like that a lot. Another thing is that, I mean, honestly, like, some skills are just broken, as I've already shown numerous times in the LP. Bounce back is just absurdly strong. And, like, even the dash counter is, like, honestly, like, oh, really good once you, oh my god, I didn't even see the buzzsaw. Dash counter is just absurdly strong. If you can, like, get the hang of that, there's, like, no reason to ever really bother with anything else. Oh, I did not think that was actually gonna shoot me into the guy. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, every other time I fought this guy, I got the mid-air recovery off, but that time I did, like, the same thing as I normally do, and I just did not. Honestly, some enemy attacks are a little poorly telegraphed. Like, yes. At least I feel like there's an argument to be made that, like, some enemy attacks are a little poorly telegraphed. Ah! The overload is also, like, absurdly good. Like, honestly, like, there's no reason to not use overload if, like, you think you need it. Really, in general, the only reason
Icey
you would...
defeats Gorger and senses
The only reason
that
you would
the
not
exit
is if,
is
like,
just
you
ahead.
want to, like, get more enemies on screen first.
Icey arrives at an unnamed town. There is not a soul in sight.
Of course, I didn't actually use the dilly disc enough. Hate.
Icey searches around the house for a trace of someone. A mark of
Another
some
big
presence.
thing that I have
It seems
kind
as
of
if
problems
everyone
with
has
is,
been
like,
wiped out.
laser enemies, like, the
culprit?
flying laser guys,
Most
and
likely
also
Judas.
Dean, who I am going to fight at this low level, just to
Icey
show that it
decides
can
to
be
head
done
deeper into town.
at, like, a
Not
lower level,
hesitating
and
to
also to
follow,
kind of, like,
Icey
give a more
ignores
proper
the
showing
warehouse
off,
in the
like, how to
distance
fight
and
Dean.
continues to follow.
Like,
Icey enters the warehouse
more
that is
informative
completely devoid
and
of
better
any living
showing of him,
creature.
since I kind of did a
Just
bad
like
showing of
the
the last one, but that was also, like, the first or second time I fought a Dean. One of the big problems with, like, the laser guys is that sometimes the laser counts as, like, one hit and you, like, can break out of it easily. Sometimes the laser just kind of combos into itself. So it's a little bit inconsistent at points. At least I feel. I don't know, I just can't really, Oh. Do I want Shadow Dance that badly? Eh, not more than I want Skull Shaker. Nothing else. Now let's fight Thor, who is totally not going to be a chump since I'm not absurdly strong anymore. Oh, I launched myself into him. Ah, thought I was far enough away from him. I thought that attack would be done enough for me to do that. I thought I'd be high enough. That's how this fight's just gonna go, huh? So yeah, there's Thor when I'm slightly less OP.
As Icey defeats Thor, the gates to Ultimopolis slide open.
Basically the same as it always is, just try and don't be dumb like me and let yourself get hit by the shockwave, or whatever you want to refer to it as. If he shoots like missiles in the air, just get behind him and you'll be safe. Sure, I'll take Shadow Dance, whatever. And just don't be close, and just don't and just bounce back. Use the bounce back attack on him, because that attack is absurdly broken. Whoops, I am not paying attention.
Icey follows the arrow, getting closer to the main gates of Ultimopolis. What Icey must remember is that she must always follow the arrow. Otherwise, she will be lost.
I'm trying to pay a bit more attention to the backgrounds now, because I've heard there are some, actually legitimately really creepy, bits if you, pay attention. I completely missed the whole thing with, the little kid-looking thing in, the first area. And, I guess another thing that you can find is, other Iceys on account of the whole, expendable clone things, and just being, how they can just kill you and turn you into UC, which is also a pun. I don't know how I went so long saying it and only recently realized it.
The gates to Ultimopolis are open. Icey is one step closer to Judas. All she needs to do is continue following the arrow.
One thing I'm particularly annoyed about with myself is that I kind of realized that there was something wrong, down here, but when Future Manji pointed it out, he was completely stupid about it too. Ignore the narrator and enter Emberville before the gates close. I thought that, oh, Emberville, that's weird. That must be Ultimopolis, but that must be, a weird translation error or something like that. No, maybe it's more likely that this is just a separate town, and for some reason they call it the Gates to I don't know. I feel like it's not completely
Icey
unreasonable for me to have made.
Only
Yeah, they call this Ultimopolis, but the previous area is also called Ultimopolis. What the heck's up with that?
Only the dilapidated buildings give some hint of Ultimopolis' past splendor, of what used to be, before Judas brought destruction.
So I don't know what the heck the deal with that is. That's a bit of a discrepancy. That's a bit of a
Icey arrives at a metro station and decides to take a look inside.
I hit the X button. What's going on? Why is it not taking my X button there? It's not taking my X button there for some reason. Also, I want you for Judas. I think I lost my train of thought again.
Icey finds another strange box.
We've already seen this. I know, one of the other little things you can see around is that you can see other Iceys,
resumes her
looking a bit more battered and broken and beaten up. Apparently, there's one that is missing a leg and has a sword through their chest, their own sword through their chest. I could just go through there and look around, look for like look for cash and stuff like that, but I want to be up on Parker or Puck or whatever, and show that I can beat him even at this low of a level, and just further humiliate the version of my, like, just humiliate the earlier, I guess I'll just refer to him as past Manji, just to kind of like complete the joke. The past Manji that like could not deal with Parker for the life of him for some reason, because he could not even remember how to properly play the game. I'm even like using the stupid like health draining attacks, just to show that it's not even like just because like of those attacks actually aren't as bad as I thought they were at first. And yep, there's Parker being on the first try, because that was just that bad of the game when I first started, even though I had played it before.
Oh, a dead end? That's not right. There shouldn't be a dead end here. There should be a...
Like, really, I guess, like, this particular moment has a bit more punch to it. I say punch, but it's a bit more meaningful, like, when you've been following the narrator and haven't actually gotten as much of an idea of how trippy things get later on. Especially when you, don't do what you're supposed to. Of course, since I'm me, I've been kind of rebelling since the very beginning.
Icey continues to look deeper into the tunnels.
And I don't remember, I know there was like a hidden passage somewhere around here that got me more money. I think it's the next area. I really should be taking up the fly guys first. Yep, there we go. Spiders and Flies working together. It's the end of days. There's those dumb jokes again. Yeah, I think I mentioned it before, but like, I'm not entirely proud of how like this entire playthrough has been going. In fact, I've honestly been kicking around the idea of just scrapping the whole playthrough in general. The only reason I'm not and still recording it is because I know for a fact I'm almost done with the game.
She knows that she will
I'm
find
only
Judas
like
soon.
2 or 3 episodes from like the end, like even including this one. So part of me kind of wants to just keep going and just finish it, instead of just quitting like at the finish line, as I have a bad tendency to do with games, as I have criticized about myself in at least one video. That's a lot of crystals. It's a good overload. That's the other reason I guess you would like hold off on overload, to get more crystals. Or wait for a good target. But I mean, other than... That was a bad use of Shadow Dance. Yeah, see, there's like no reason to not use overload if you can. It's honestly just really good. I could have swore there was also like one thing that said that like in like the first area there was also like another like childlike body like just splatted against a wall. Another little creepy detail, but I did not see it. It also could very well be because it was on the Switch version, which even though like the Switch does have some like rather creepy and very mature rated games, there are still some cases where like the games will just be like lightened a little bit. Like I know there's like one game called Will a Wonderful World that has like a situation like that where like Will a Wonderful World goes into some incredibly dark subject material. But I've heard that the Switch version actually alters at least one particular character's scenes. The character in question goes through a horrible, traumatizing experience, but in the Switch version, the exact nature of it is rewritten and toned down slightly to make what the character goes through far less gross. It even goes so far as to replace a CG scene to better reflect the change. I kind of don't want to talk about it, honestly, because that is just how bad the subject material gets at one point, but it's, let's just say it involves a child. It involves a minor.
Icey hears a roar coming from the depths of the cave to her right.
It's definitely worth checking out if you're like the slightest bit interested in it. This is the part where I'm just going to plug in my one of my favorite LPers, Don, or Visual Novelty. Gonna take that. Gonna take that. Right, I should beef up my basic attack. So like he basically did a whole playthrough on Will a Wonderful World, and that's of the Steam version, so that's like the quote-unquote uncensored version, I guess I'll call it. I don't really like referring to like things as censored or not, but I guess I can't think of any other better ways of... Oh my god, did you see how much that deadly disc did? Ah, I lost my dash, that's why I didn't dash just there, okay. God, I hate how slow this is. I seriously don't want, that's another criticism, I don't understand why, like, against the little enemies, like, each individual hit does count for a, you know, an actual full hit. Whereas with bosses, it doesn't. It only counts at, like, the end. Ah, come on. Oh, there we go. Come on, I know you're done. Let's get out. So I want to make this quick.
Another challenge defeated.
I don't want this to go on too long.
Enters a metro car,
so unfortunately, since I'm
total
doing
disrepair,
a proper
but
run through of the
seems
whole
like it could
story,
still be
or like the
operated.
whole narrator.
The metro begins to move, and Icey is hurled towards her destiny, awaiting at the clock tower.
I do want to make this somewhat quick, as you've probably already seen. It's a little bit late, at least in my opinion. It is kind of late for me, and I do want to make this a little bit quick. And unfortunately, I know that like following the narrator's instructions leads to a longer playthrough
the arrow to Judas's
than if you just like kind of go for the first ending bit you can. Yep, it's these two again. What are your names? Kume and Kotake? Oh my god. That's what I get for making fun of them. I wanted to just make more, like, smug little jokes, stupid smug little jokes like Kume and Katake and Smog and Ornstein. Like I did, like, way back in, like, what was it, the first episode when I first encountered, like, these two? It was either the first episode or, like, the third one, whatever it was, where I just focused on, like, the UC's Awakening thing for, like, a little while. I don't remember any other, like, dual bosses like this off the top of my head. I don't know why I always do that. That was just with the B button, but I don't know why. I pressed the B button other times and did not get the aerial recovery. The only other dual boss that came to mind was Volcanic and Blizzard Lord from Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't think that's a very noble dual boss.
Science and technology, now nothing more than a desolate hideout for Judas, the mass murderer. Icey, to her surprise, if this room is much like the forest from earlier,
good.
Everything is fine as long as Icey keeps following the arrow.
I guess to be fair, like, it's kind of good that they made the whole dash cower thing, like, as strong as it was, since, honestly, in some cases, like, dashing away at the right time is actually really challenging. But at the same time, like, once you do get a hang of it, there's basically no reason to ever do anything else because it's just that strong.
A road paved with death lies ahead of Icey. She follows the arrows and leaves this room. Another familiar scene. Icey easily soars to the exit.
Not even gonna bother with ignoring you, since that did not pan out for me last time. Of course, I am still gonna get the cash. Oh, that's bad. Where's the other? I guess he was like in the. Huh. I just swore he was. Whatever. It's not really all that important. Do I want to just buy 2? I'd rather get more HP. Especially since, like, oh yeah, Dean's coming up, so now I have to actually explain that. So I had Future Monty explain it a bit more, but honestly, at Dean is the point where they kind of expect you to take on a more defensive approach. Like I said, dash and countering is really strong. Because the lasers are actually really predictable. He's honestly a really predictable... I don't want to say really predictable, but like... He is a very telegraph-heavy boss. Oh, did I really just time that wrong? Like, once you know, like, what to really look out... What to really look out for... Then you can pretty much just do the whole counter dash and counter thing like the whole time through because he's... And then once you get the hang of that, that's honestly the best way to deal with him because I feel like he does take less damage from regular attacks, but it feels like he takes like an appropriate amount of damage to the counter. So yeah, you definitely want to like play defense with him.
If Judas
and just
is
like
not killed,
if you're worried about the
city and
lasers,
this
you can
world
just kind of like
no future.
stand off to the side and
All
wait for it to
Icey
like
has
kind of
to do
like
is follow the
point
arrow,
itself at you
and she
or
will
like
find
point
Judas.
itself to the outer, whatever you want to refer to it as. Because then once you can kind of get that timing down, then it's really easy to time the dodge on, and that gets you like good counter opportunity. Yeah, I fully believe that Dean is there to like kind of force you to learn like how to play like defense or like how to play like the whole dash and counter strategy. I don't think this Shadow Slice is really worth level 2, at least not more so than like anything else on here. I'm trying to keep my eye open because I have a strong feeling that those like Iceys are only in like the side areas. Probably like in where you become Icey. Come on. Guy hates the blur effect. Oop. Yeah, no, Overload is definitely one of the things that will just win you the game. Knowing me, I probably already missed the whole, like, beating up Ice. Yeah. Knowing me, I probably already beat up. Blah, 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 blah. Got my words mixed up. I probably already missed, like, the battered Icey. Knowing me. Knowing how I am.
The elevator begins to rise, and Icey is surrounded by monsters. They, however, are not her true enemy.
Elevator scene. I don't know why this went so badly for me in the previous part. Oh. Oop, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, it's the whole laser guys. No, that wasn't even the laser guys. He was already dead. Oh. I need at least one of you going. Ah, I was trying to dash away. Come on, jump for me. Jump for me, please. I'm starting to think I might actually have a problem with this right Joy-Con because it's been kind of giving me crap lately. I don't know, it's weird. It feels like it's only giving me crap on Icey, so that might just be... But yeah, it definitely did not just jump me there. Of course, now it's working fine when I'm trying to pay close attention to it. Goody. Now, should I even show off? Yeah, I'll show him off here and now, since, like, that fight's gonna be a nightmare either way, so I
Icey
want to
understands that all she has to do is
see how much
follow
worse
the
that
arrow,
gets.
and she will find Judas hiding at the top of the tower.
No, there was also another thing here, yeah. I'm trying to remember, like, where all the cash boxes is. I'm trying to remember them without just doing, like, this, where I just comb the walls like I have been during the LP. I don't like this whole, like, watching each other's backs thing, Centaur boys. Okay, that's done.
Another floor climb. Icey is one step closer to her enemy.
Should I just... Yeah, I probably should just go for the level 2 bounce product. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't... It's not like I need to focus on, like... What is this machine, I wonder, here? You know, I have a very strong feeling that, like, I have a very strong feeling that those, like, battered and broken Iceys are going to be in, like, side areas, like, connected to, not, like, the clock tower or, like, the main narrator path. Nope. Good. Ooh, there we go. Fair. No. Ow, what? Ah, definitely. Nah, maybe I was just a split second too late, whatever. Ah, I was too busy focusing on the two. Oop, come on, get that. Ow, really? I thought one of them was vulnerable, so I was smashing A instead of the Y button. Shoot. That was bad. Wasn't there supposed to be something, Oh, shoot. Trying to hold up.
Look at the arrow and follow it to the right.
That was a really good cyclone just then. That was not really good. That was not really good comboing there. I keep my eye out, 'cause now I'm in like clock tower, the second floor of the clock tower, I guess is really what it is. And I haven't really found a optional ending bit here yet. So I'm wondering if there is anything around here. Might not be, honestly.
Icey follows the arrow as it winds through the clock tower. She knows Judas's hideout is just a little higher.
I still feel like this is something, but I just don't know what. Sloppy playing. That's kind of a thing I do apparently. I've just been kind of playing this whole game sloppy for like ever since the first part, but I feel like even like now, like even this far in, it has not really slowed down as much as I would like it to have slowed down by now.
Icey finally finds her way out of the clock tower.
Oh. Oh, good. That was a good one. There goes my combo. My sweet, sweet combo. Come on. Bring out those arm boys. At least one of them. Oh no! Oh, come on. Okay, I think I did get him with that, which is weird because I thought it didn't hit anything that was off screen.
Icey has finally reached the top floor
Oh
and is
boy,
confronted
here we
by
go.
another enemy, Trinity.
I guess I don't even really have to show it off. I mean, at least, I don't know. I really don't have to. Nah, I want to show off, like, just now. I don't know why, but I do. Just, like, at the, like, lower... At the lower skill level Icey, I guess. Just to show that I can do it without, like, getting as much as I've gotten. Here's Trinity.
Icey killed Trinity. leaving one more body
Bye.
in her path of destruction and one less
Never gonna
enemy
question
that
it,
could
just gonna
prevent
do
her
it.
from finishing her mission. Icey continues forward.
Not even gonna question it, just gonna do it immediately, because why not? And now we have to fight the Hull. Who is a nightmare, because now he's not bound by the whole tutorial boss thing. The Hull is basically here to teach you that some...
the most fierce enemy Icey has ever met. Good luck, Icey.
The Hull is here to basically teach you that sometimes it's honestly better to just wait. It's honestly better to just stay... Oh, I did not take my A. Awesome. He's another boss that's honestly here to teach you to play more defensive. Because trust me, if you try to get aggressive against the Hull, he will make you regret it. Because he is crazy aggressive. Kind of makes sense. Trust me, I have actually tried fighting the Hull at the very least. This is not my first rodeo against him, and he is absurd. Not quite get that dash off. See, now I'm trying to play aggressive against him, and I can tell it's like kind of not panning out. Oh, I should have stayed a little bit closer to him.
Icey has finally made it here.
Yeah, just try to stay safe against the Hull. He is a rough customer. He might actually be like one of the hardest. I don't know. I haven't actually sat down and fought Judas yet, so that could be 1,000 times worse. And I think honestly, Jack might also still kind of be just barely worse than the Hull. Because he is absurd. I don't know.
Icey has finally made it here.
Hey. It's, Alright, so I'm gonna post this I'm gonna stick this at the end of the bonus video, but, just for clarity's sake, it has been like 3 or 4 weeks since the last time, since Icey finished. So it's been way longer since I actually, played Icey.
It's time to end this.
So if I wind up playing like garbage against Judas, I apologize. That is rust.
Judas awaits. That wicked devil, the bringer of the apocalypse. Icey is ready to complete her final mission. It is time for Icey to begin her final battle.
I'm probably going to lose hard. Because, yeah, it's been a long time since I played Icey. It's been, like, probably over a month. Since it's, like, the end of May, not the beginning. Yeah, needless to say, I've been, focusing on the messenger. how much have I been focusing on the messenger? I'm almost done with the bonus videos for the messenger. Ah, did not get that. Oh no. Yeah, I've been. Oh my god. There we go. Much better. Get that. Yeah, I've been focusing on the messenger lately, so I've been neglecting Icey. Worst part is that even... So yeah, if you're wondering why this bonus video took so long, like, yeah, I've been, like, focusing on the messenger. And I wanted to, get, like, the final fight against Judas in, like, along with all the rest. And I think this... And I hope that this still counts, because I have not, No! Ah, of course. I saw it move and I tried to get away. Yeah, no,
Icey has finally made it here.
The lost HP and stuff like does in fact make a difference.
It's time to end this.
Lost HP and damage does make a bit of a difference.
Judas awaits. That
I've been too busy
devil,
focusing on the messenger, and I wanted to get the Judas fight in like before I upload the rest of the
it is time
bonus
for
video.
Icey
And
to begin her
yeah,
final battle.
The bonus video is gonna seem like real old and a little weird, since that was originally going to be episode 7 until I put up to a Twitter poll to decide like if that should stay episode 7 or if that should be a bonus video so I can finish up Icey. And that's not something I want to like leave forever, since like the bonus video is gonna be like the only thing that shows. Ah. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Since the bonus video is gonna be the only thing that really shows the fight against the Hall. Yeah, the plan was to go through the Hall fight in episode 7. God, the lasers are the worst. Ah! Thought that would count for like a laser dodge. God. I didn't even realize that was a grab. Oh my god, I thought that was yeah, there we go, there's the crystals. I was gonna use the whole fight to explain what's been going on, and I've been not doing that. At least not doing it super great. Should I keep letting that go too early? There we go, now we're done. Yeah, 2 tries, but that actually still wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I think my basic attacks are still like supercharged, if I remember correctly.
Judas is finally dead. She accomplished her goal. Dawn
So
begins
yeah, once
to
again, I
break
am
over
so
the
sorry
city.
about how long this
To
took.
Ultimopolis, she says,
I did not
"You
plan for it to
are
take
finally
this long,
free."
but I guess my love for the
And
messenger just kind of
what
got in the
about
way of
Icey?
my desire
She
to
will
actually
wait
finish the
for
bonus
her
video.
next
Sorry about
inspiration.
that.
A journey just like this one. She will surely appear before you once more.
Yeah,
Icey's mission
since I finally
is
finished
far
with the
from
messenger, I
over.
wanted to finally sit down and finish at least the first bonus video for Icey. This is sadly not. I sadly have more work to do for I say sadly as if playing Icey in and of itself is a hassle, which I swear it isn't. I swear it isn't. It's still like decently fun. It's just that like Icey just doesn't hit the same marks for me as the messenger. Sorry about that. But yeah. So there we go with the bonus video that took basically a month and was basically, and sadly, most of it's just going to be repurposed from what was originally episode 7, but yeah, that's done. Now I just need to do the other one, which is going to be covering UC's Awakening, and from what I read, I'm still going to have to do that on my dummy file here, since it seems like, from what I've read, you can only get UC's Awakening when you're actually put in as, well, UC. So you're probably wondering, why can't I just do it on the main file? So I might as well show that off real quick. The reason I can't do it on the main file is because once you actually, see the true ending, your name gets changed to whatever the file name is. So in my case, it's my actual full name, because I should have set that as Manji, like, way before. Whoops. And, yeah, trust me, you can't just run through UC's Awakening after you've beaten the true ending and gotten, like, all of the upgrades, or most of them at least, because I already did that. I already beat UC's Awakening on my main file, and I didn't get an ending, and I know there is an ending, so I'm unfortunately going to have to... The thing that I see is that you need to do it while your name is still set to UC, thus UC's Awakening. So that's going to have to be next up on the agenda. I'm still also looking to see what I could do to jazz that video up a bit, since that is otherwise going to be kinda lame as far as bonus videos go, since I'm already gonna tell you right now, it's not gonna be much on commentary other than, like, me being frustrated and, like, saying, "Oh!" and all my other grunts and ows that I normally do, because that is kind of what some Icey videos devolved into. That's what the last, like, UC's Awakening run-through of my Icey videos devolved into, essentially. Like I said, my first thought was excerpts from The King in Yellow, but like I said before, I think I said it before, I don't know if that'd be a safe bet, considering, like I said, during that time period, it was a much more xenophobic period of time, let's just say. If I dance around it, it was a very racist period of time. Like, very racist. And Lovecraft liked Robert Chambers' work, and Lovecraft's very well known for his racism, so I'm not 100% sure if I want to go and read all that. You never know what sorts of terminology is actually secret code for incredibly racist things. That's one of the only things I remember about Clerks 2 of all movies. That's the one thing I remember. But yeah, no. The second bonus video will be happening. It'll probably be the last one. I might also at least show off, like, I might also just do, like, the last few trophies on the main file to at least show off, like, getting the Haster trophy. Then I can list Icey as complete on my backlog rather than just in. Oh boy. Certainly know I need more completes on that thing. But yeah. Otherwise, I'm just gonna call it here for the bonus vid. Once again, very sorry that this took, like, almost, probably well over a month by the time this comes up to get this out. I knew I wasn't going to get it right on time like I did with all the other Icey vids, but I did not think I was going to put it off for an entire month while I went into other things. Whoops. But that is happening, so once again, thank you for watching. I'm once again very sorry for how long this took. And I'll hopefully see you on the next bonus vid. Hopefully you'll come out to watch the next bonus vid, or at the very least, whatever else I have going on for an LP. Maybe finishing up with the messenger, maybe finally moved on to something else. I don't know, but I certainly hope you'll join me for that. See you then.